Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Ninja XTX, and I'm back to share another video with you guys. This video is actually part 19 in my Chairbound Prepper series. Today I had, like last week, I had planned to show you guys a disarm from a Chairbound point of view. But again, my partner backed out, so I'm going ahead with plan B. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I asked you guys to send in your questions to me as it pertains to prepping, and today I'm going to answer some of those questions. I'll probably take about 5 and answer those. Okay, question number 1. What do we do if I'm going to just put it in generic terms, what do we do if our loved one is halfway across the country or across the state from us and we are unable to get to him or her? And the person is, I'm going to use different able because I prefer different able versus disabled. If the person is differently able and you are unable to get to them because of a catastrophic situation, chances are phone lines will be down and the internet will not be a feasible means of communication anymore. So, to answer that question, it's iffy, but it can be done if you have a CB radio or a hand radio. If the person knows how to operate a CB radio, they can get word to you that way. If not, my estimation and my answer to that is before a doomsday situation comes upon us, prepare some type of communication plan so that your loved one knows how to get in touch, or an alternative way of getting in touch with you in case of emergency. Question 2. If we are trapped in I can't read the spelling on this, so just give me a moment. If we are trapped in a building, I think that word is, whoever wrote this to me, I'm sorry, but your spelling is a little off, but everybody's spelling it off at one time or another, so I'm not criticizing. I think that word is building. If we are trapped in a high-rise building in a doomsday situation, comes to us, what do we do? Well, that's a tough situation because if a person is differently able and they're in a high-rise building or apartment complex, usually the ground floors are assigned to the different able. But there are some situations where the different able person may have to be put on a higher floor. what you can do if you're in a doomsday situation is very, very limited if you're in a high rise, but it can be done. Because of elevators being out, you may not be able to get to, you may have to figure out a way to use the stairs. I've seen people in manual chairs use the back wheels and go downstairs, but if it's a long flight of stairs, that may be difficult. That's why you would have to be in optimum physical shape to do this. What you can do is pop a wheelie, and go down. Use your back wheels to keep yourself stable, but continue to go down the steps, or continue to go down the stairs. It can be done. I've seen it done. Again, this is in a very, very life-threatening situation because, but you want to practice it so that if something happens and you have to escape that way, you know how to position your chair. Question 3, and I covered this question in another video before, but just for those of you that weren't paying attention, I'll go ahead and cover it again. What is the best way for someone that is differently able in a doomsday or to prepare for a doomsday situation? How a person that is differently able could prepare for a doomsday situation is this: go camping, go camping and test your survival skills and find out where your weaknesses are and strengthen them, and then the next time you go camping, test them out again and see how they work. That's the best advice I can give on that question. Question 4. If we are in bed and marauders or pirates or terrorists break in on us, what can we do? I would recommend having some type of weapon positioned by you so you can reach it so that you're in bed. I've seen people have firearms. I've seen people have knives hidden around their bed so that if something happens, they're able to fend off the attack. I myself have, and I'm not gonna out my security here, but I have several weapons that are positioned by me at night so that if someone breaks in on me, they're going to have a bad night. And I also have my chair positioned by the bed so that if I need to escape in an extreme dangerous situation, I can use a trapeze bar and transfer myself into my chair if I need to. Question 5, and this is the final question I'm answering for today. Question 5 is, what is the best advice you would give to a fellow chairbound prepper? The best advice that I can give you guys is, as I've said in several videos, is research your disability, or research your physical challenge. I'm sorry, I used the term disability for a second. But research your physical challenge and research what you're able to afford, and research the alternatives to what you're able to afford. Research ways to get around medication or alternative medications to what you're on. Just the best advice I have is just do the research and apply the research. It's not enough just to do it, you have to apply it. I hope that answers y'all's questions. Please take care of yourselves and each other. One word, one love. Thank y'all. Love y'all. Bye-bye. And oh yeah, I will be back to do more question and answer videos from fellow preppers. I will try to pepper these in with the rest of my Doomsday Prepper videos. Just let me know what your questions are, and I will get to them as soon as I can. Alright, thank y'all. Love y'all. Bye-bye.